As the tribe emerges from the dark, wet jungle, the tribe knows not what it will see. The DOS effect, stalling Miss 76. What's happening, tribe? So yes, you are looking at the man with the master plan. The DOS effect, who has previously owned, was it also a 1976 DOS?
78.
A 19...
Currently owned.
Oh, currently owned. Okay, sweet. So DOS knows a hell of a lot more about this motorcycle than I do. Right now he's gonna take it for a little test ride and see if he can get it to fail and see what the failure feels like to him.
I already got it to fail.
Did you?
Full ignition failure, no power to anything.
Oh, you are kidding me. Wait a second. Could that be something that's happening intermittently as it's riding?
It could be, yeah, it could be switch, something, but yeah, nothing's, I noticed it took a second when you turn the key on for everything to come on.
Oh boy. Okay, let's bring in the intro and we're gonna start monkeying around with this thing. Whoa! Alright, tribe, we got the initial running factor going again. Something's weird. Something is weird. It's never done that before. DOS just backed the bike up. He just backed the bike up and she just cut out. All power. Lost. So that maybe something was like just kind of fluttering and starting to go out. I don't know. That to me that almost seems like a good sign because that's something at least, you know? That's not a good sign. Look at DOS freaking diagnosing problems before he even takes a bike for a ride. Oh, I already heard a pop.
Yeah, that wire freaks me out.
I'll come up on my WR in a second.
It seems that I can mess with this and it directly connects.
Wait.
I have impeccable timing.
Wait, that's good.
Yeah. There it goes.
DOS.
I think this connection is fucked up, and I think maybe it's just in this connector. We need to cut it back a little bit and put a another dual on there.
Did you just come over and potentially fix Miss 76 without doing anything?
Maybe one of the problems.
Oh no, why you gotta say that? Alright, tribe, it's freaking windy as hell. I hope you guys aren't getting too much wind noise. But I like what DOS just found. He found a little potential electrical misfit in there. One of the little gremlins, one of the little mugwise, Gizmo. Maybe he might be deal with the, and you know, with the people on the side. And then when he comes, mugwise.
Oh, welded in there. Maybe not. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that one.
That's the main power. I believe. I wonder if we can just tighten those. I mean, that thing's pretty corroded.
Okay, we got Dr. Das is the dentist guy. He's gonna make the inside so shiny. Oh, ow, Doctor, that hurts so much on my molar. Okay, tribe, we are currently dremeling out the, so this little piece of wiring is what's responsible for keeping the current to the starter switch.
And the main power to the key.
And that has to be, yeah, okay, this is good. If that's failing, gosh, tribe, if our problem is a little bit of dentistry, we'll be happy camper. Test run number 1. Alright, tribe, test run number 1 is underway. Das did a little tweaking on the carbs. Slowly, incrementally turning out that air screw, I think by 16th or 8ths of a turn. And yeah, check back with you in a sec. Das looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger's stunt double from the Terminator. Alright, so Das is taking it for one more run. I just took it for a quick run. And it did its normal failure symptoms. So right now it's in the middle of failing the way it's always been failing. So he's going to take it for a ride, see what it feels like, and come back and potentially pull the carbs off and see if the screws that he's talking about under the carbs are accessible, or if we have to drill out that little plug thing. That's our next step, I think. So Das, tell me, what is that? You finally felt it.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Is that telling you any red flags going up?
It seems like the carbs are just, it seems like you're fouling a plug.
One plug and then it just starts running on 3.
Which, right now, I would guess that it's a carb issue.
Okay. His next step, yanking carbs and seeing if the screws underneath are accessible?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I predicted. Yeah, I got a little mechanic in my blood. Any other thoughts, ideas, concerns?
It seems, everything else, the motor sounds great. You can't even hear the cam chain rattling or anything. It seems like it's solid.
Alright, Das, so we just pulled number 2 plug. What's going on there?
Very wet with gas. I think that's the one that was fouling out, causing our issue.
But you said half a coil can't fail. So so this fires 2 and 3. If 3 is wet as well, that means this coil could be totally failing.
That coil or your ignition could be freaking out also.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
That looks good.
So how far are you out from stock? Stock was 1.5 turns out.
Yeah, about on that far side I went a little bit further out. So I'm like 1 3/4 and then 1 5/8 on this side.
Okay,
but
cool.
Because I was spitting, I was trying to do something with it, but I think it might have been too late when I messed with it.
Alright, we've got the Das effect with the carbs on the table. And you just told me something interesting, which I kind of found in my monkey mechanic way, but I would like you to recite that to the tribe, Mr. Das.
Oh, these carbs just have they have an air screw for your air fuel mixture.
Yeah.
And no fuel screw, which would be under here.
Yeah.
It's they still have the casting for the fuel screw, but it's just a blank. There's not even a plug on top. You can see where the old threads would be, but then it's just cut off. There's no nothing in that.
And that makes sense that they wouldn't want to retool the machines to make the next year's incarnation, but they would still plug it off.
Yeah.
Alright, well, at least that is settled, because I know a lot of people were saying that under the carbs is where I'm going to find the magic screw, but I frickin' just racked my brain trying to find anything else in that to turn, you know?
So there's nothing there.
Yeah, nothing there.
This is your air fuel adjustment, but it's called an air screw when it's on the back side of the carb, and it's a fuel screw when it's on the front here, because this controls more air coming in. This would control more fuel coming in.
Yeah, and so what they've done is everything is adjusted through the top.
No, this is still your mixture adjustment.
Oh, okay.
Here, there just is no fuel screw.
So the needle position is just a crude kind of measuring system?
No, the needle position is also, there's different levels, but it affects a different range of your throttle from a quarter throttle opening to like half-ish. they all kind of blend together.
Okay.
At some point, but I think that might be the deal. But we're going to see what kind of jets are going on here, because it seems to be cutting out after about 5,000 RPM.
Alrighty. So these carbs are coming apart. We'll check with you guys in a couple. Alright, Mr. Das. So as you know, I adjusted the floats to 22 millimeters, but you're telling me I didn't do it right.
Well, they're supposed to just be laying there, because your little your needle valve has a little spring on it. That spring's not supposed to be compressed. It's supposed to just be sitting.
Okay.
So that's the point right there at rest where you want to adjust your height.
And what did I do, Das?
You pressed it down.
And then I did my 22?
Yeah. But you got them all very close.
Does that count for something?
It does.
Alright.
Your attention to detail.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the DOS effect has put the carbs back together. They were clean. I had the floats set wrong, so we reset them. They're all good. What, 26 millimeter? 24?
26 now.
26 millimeters. Even though the book says 22, the carb professionals in the forums say that is incorrect and that the books are wrong. And Master Jordan probably concurs.
I do.
Tweaking it, twerking it. Jordan's ingesting some beautiful fumes, giving us a fuel-air mixture reading. He's got a nose like a basset hound. What do we do now? Do we play with the needles at this point?
No, when you adjust your air-fuel mixture, you're supposed to adjust it so it goes to the highest idle possible, and then you adjust the carb. Adjust the next carb, and then you keep on turning your idle down, and we've gotten to a higher idle, but there's no adjustment left right now, so I need to look at that linkage and see if
is there any adjustment left on the linkage that connects right onto the pull?
That's what I need to look at.
Okay, so pulling tank. Okay, tank pulling.
Shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be hesitating like that.
Alright, we are still tinkering with the carbs. DOS is messing with all the screws on it. We seem to be getting one carb that's intermittently popping. I don't know what the plugs look like right now, but I'll check back with you guys in a couple minutes.
Is the pilot, they're all seated properly? Dumb question, because I know that was doing it before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have any more dumb questions, Jordan?
Got plenty. What does this weird little stringy thing between my legs do?
9 months later. Oh! That's what it does.
You know, it's not revving too high, chasing itself.
Good sign, bad sign?
It's a little confusing.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Alright, tribe, well, it looks like the elusive KZ Snap Crackle Pop gremlins are still present. Well, we did achieve a couple of things today. We got to clean that wiring, which would have eventually failed. I got the peace of mind that DOS took the carbs apart, set the floats to the proper level, and cleaned everything out, and confirmed that everything was nice and clean. Next stage, I'm not sure what the next stage is. Guess I'll talk to DOS in a second about that. But anyways, thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride. And another day with Project KZ. DOS Effect is returning from test run number 4. Let's see what he's got for us. Oh, he's not even bringing the bike in. Oh, he's taking it to the tool set. He might be implementing. Oh, and the hat's on backwards. The sunglasses are on. Terminator status.
The hat left. The hat and sunglasses both launched.
Oh, really?
I gotta turn my hat around. Yeah, that wasn't much better.
No, still load problems.
Yeah.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, she's taking off. One more again. Oh, I love vintage bikes.
I do too. I'm a big fan.
But
Only a big fan.
only love them when they work. Alright, Jordan, while we're waiting for Mr. Das, what's going on? What's going on with your bikes?
My bikes are
well, one's fully disassembled, the other one is on its way to being disassembled so that I can get some parts that I ordered, even though I don't really have the funds to order them. I just ordered them anyway.
I don't know if most of the tribe has seen your Instagram, off 103. I think we did something a little special on Super Bowl Sunday. Me and you in the garage while Mike was in there screaming at the TV.
We got a bike that hasn't run since 1989 to run in the garage with a bottle of gas and a jumper cable.
How bad were things like the spark plug wires and the carbs?
It was all tore apart. I had to mismatch parts from each bike and put it all back together. The headers were completely rusted out, and I just cleaned up the mess yesterday. It sprayed rusty metal all over the garage. And on top of that, we don't know if there was any oil in the bike, because we didn't check first.
But it's a Honda.
It's a Honda, and it ran.
See, tribe, that's what it's all about. We got one old bike running, and that made me feel great. So more on Jordan's project later. You guys want to follow him on Instagram, check him out, off 103. I'll put a link down below. It's gonna be a pretty machine.
So you're starving up top, but I think your pilots are off too, because the way that sounds, a quarter turn. Yeah. But the shitty thing is you don't know whether that's rich or lean, really.
Where I got it now, it's actually, it runs decent down the road, and it doesn't like pop and stuff like that, but it just kind of gets gutless around.
Yeah.
And does shit like that.
Alright, tribe, I'm just going to show you guys a quickie of the plugs here. We got one black and dry, one right here. Number 2, wet, gas wet and fouled. Number 3, nice. Number 3 and number 4 are looking like they should look, right, Dust?
Yep.
Okay, so 3 and 4 good, 1 and 2 bad. And the coils on the left fire, the coils on the left fire 1 and 4, these two, which doesn't really make all that much sense to me right now, because it seems like if one was following the other, I don't know, but whatever. Alright, we just had something interesting happen. The DOS Effect just did about 15 runs on the bike, tweaking each carb individually after each stop and pop and every little thing. Got the carbs to a pretty sweet point, and then the bike just died. So now we're thinking ignition.
No sparky.
No sparky. We pulled the plugs off. Zero sparky. Alright, tribe, the DOS Effect and I have been messing with the bike for a few minutes. We figured out the main fuse on that wiring relay just blew, so we replaced it, and that's fine now. Everything's getting power. Now we're checking the coils. So far, so good. On the pickup, DOS?
On the, that was the ignition pickup, yeah.
The ignition pickup checks out, is falling into spec. We're referring to the direct Dyna website's specifications, so we're just going to take it step by step. One of the coils does have a crack in it, but I want to make sure I diagnose it and rule that out before spending $200+ on these damn coils. Okay, so what just happened right there, Das?
This one's 3.6 or so, and the other one wasn't even, it was like 1/8 for resistance.
Okay, this guy was hitting 1/8. This guy was the one on the right firing number 2 and 3, and it's only reading 1.8. This is supposed to be a 3 ohm coil, and now DOS is checking the coil that's responsible for 1 and 4, and it is giving us the proper readings, and he just lost it. But
and it's good.
I'm probably better off getting 2 coils instead of just 1, right?
I mean, you may as well.
Yeah.
You gotta replace it.
Alright, Chad, so pretty much all the specs on the coils are off. But we checked, the pickup was giving us the right readings, falling within spec. Okay, so the pickup seems to be okay. Coils, no. But I wanted to check it first to make sure, you know. I know a lot of you guys had said in the past, coils, coils, coils. Had to confirm it. The way DOS is doing it right. You were naysaying the coils too? I mean, a lot of people were saying
they don't go out that often.
Yeah. So it looks like the coils are definitely in need of replacement. But I wasn't even checking them the way DOS is checking them right now. I was doing something else, and I was definitely doing it wrong because I wasn't getting any readings that were close to what the actual company says. And I was getting all kinds of weird stuff. That's when I started going crazy with the meter. Just, I don't know how to use this fucking thing. Flipping out and just throwing it in the corner. And then just going to hang out with Yodi because that's so much easier. But, so now it is confirmed. The coils are out of spec. And that is a good thing because we're getting much closer to having a running vlogging machine. Thank you guys for all of your help in the comments down below. To those of you that said coils early on, I'm sorry that I didn't and couldn't test them the way they need to be tested. The DOS effect has hammered away on them and confirmed the coils are toast. Alright, tribe, hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Next step, coils. I guess I'll see you guys on the next episode of Project KZ. I hope to get this puppy running, and I hope it's running solid. I feel like over this whole thing I've learned a lot more about my bike, which is always a good thing. Been a lot of ups and downs, but thank you guys for all of your support. And thank you, Mr. DOS, for coming and hammering away on her and just really getting her dialed in. Peace out.